Call the meeting to order. Everybody please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I get approval for the minutes and the clerk's report.
So I have approval for January 19th town board minutes and the acceptance of the January town clerk's report.
I move that we accept those minutes and that report.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of bills.
I have approval of 2022 general bills number 19869 and 19872. Approval of 2023 general bills number 19880 through 19899 and 19913 through 19915. Highway bills number 19900 through 19912 and water bills 3180 through 3182.
I move that we pay those bills.
All in favor?
Aye.
Supervisor's statement. Thank you, everyone who has come out tonight for our February town board meeting. Be short tonight. I just wanted to give everyone an update on our new playground. The company who has been contracted to install it has notified me that the installation will be starting this coming Tuesday, as they completed a project down at Cold Spring School in Stanfordville. All the utilities have been marked out at our location. Upon completion of the installation, we will have a load of fiber wood base delivered. And the seniors from the high school volunteered as a community service to install this in the project. We'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony to follow to acknowledge the great accomplishment. Spring sports are starting soon. Please remember to sign your kids up for baseball and softball. On another note, the Pine Plains Fire Department and other surrounding departments are participating in a video tomorrow night at Catamount to raise money for Special Olympics. We raised close to $5,000 last year. I'm hoping we can come closer to $10,000 this year. When the video is released, I ask that you watch it and consider donating, as it is a great cause that I've been lucky to be involved with the last couple of years. We're going to jump right into the continuation of our public hearing in regards to the cannabis law. Warren?
Yes, we made a few changes, nothing terribly significant in response to the Dutchess County Planning recommendation. And I also changed the law to include the light industrial district. At the recommendation of the planning board, so assuming that you're all in favor of that. So the law I've amended is ready to go, but considering the fact that we made changes, I'd like to adjourn the public hearing to the next meeting, and then we'll vote on the law at the next meeting in case anybody wants to weigh in on any of the changes that we made, and the clerk can just post the changes on the website. And I'll go through the part 2 and 3 of the environmental assessment form at that time. What we should be done.
I want to thank the planning board for the work they did on this. The letter that we got was very helpful, and they really gave it a thorough review. So thank you.
On that same note,
I didn't see the letter.
Oh, no.
I want to make sure that I got all.
on the same note, I think Michael is here. Michael would like to speak in regards to that. So, Michael, if you would like to.
Again, I just sent it today, so I do apologize.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
Would you pass
tried
that to
to so that I
Warren?
could
Give that to Warren.
to just go over some of the points because even as I was typing it up, I realized a couple of other things just in the same area, really. We talked about the light industrial zone. And we talked about at the meeting, we talked about that egress onto a public way. And we were just making sure that that is, as through it said, referred to the uniform code, that it means the building exit, not an exit as far as driveways or streets, or like thereby it would, that part that's in section B15. If it was having to do with driveways, it would obviously preclude properties that don't have direct access right onto a street. So that but we think, Drew was saying that it refers only to a building exit. Then, we got to this section, B3, 4 and 5, which is 500 feet of a public park. And the board was somewhat concerned just by the restricted nature of that, like what constitutes a park? You know, is the park in the, in the center of town, right? So if that's 500 feet around that, so draw that circle, and that's like the whole business is, right? 500 feet away from, say, if we did a trail system, that you just think about where those would go, either behind Stewart's or maybe on the old railroad roadbed. That would, you had another 500-foot circle, and then you have the schools, of course, which, we agree, so you start adding these circles all around town and nowhere. It's like, what's, you start getting worried. And another section in B3-4 is a structural facility providing, whether wholly or partly, an essential public service. What, maybe Warren can help us that. What does that mean, Warren?
I don't know.
And is that like the town garage? Is that the fire department? It's just, I think we need to make sure these definitions, before, again, more circles of prohibition, 500 feet here or there. And then another section, B3-7, it says, prohibited from any, 500 feet again, any building containing licensed premises as defined by section 3 of the Alcohol Beverage Control Law of the state of New York as currently exists, and hereinafter amended from time to time. So is that any place that serves alcohol? Does it refer only to liquor stores? I don't know why that's even in there. Like why wouldn't it be allowed near somebody who has a premise license for alcohol? I don't.
Yeah, it's just so you understand, this was drafted by a planner based on his review of other laws and other comparable municipalities. So since I've only seen this tonight, I'm going to send it on to the planner and see what he and I will discuss the points and see if we feel that there should be amendments or clarification to the law. So it may be 2 meetings before we adopt it. I don't think there's any rush because I don't know that they're handing out all kinds of licenses at this time to upstate New York, but I'll pass this on to.
I did copy Taylor and on the.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So why don't we plan on just adjourning it for purposes of continuing the public hearing to the next meeting, and then I'll get an amended law or clarification to you by the next meeting after I speak with Taylor from.
Is there anyone here, Brian, tonight, especially that wanted to comment?
Yeah,
Oh, it says.
I'm gonna open the floor before we do that. If anybody has comments in regards to this? Is there anybody? Okay.
I move that we adjourn it to our next meeting.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
In the meantime, you should just post the laws change indicating they're making further changes to it.
Okay, yep, I'll put that on when I do it.
Warren, did you have anything else?
So let me just see if I have anything. Did you manage to do the volunteer fire?
We're not in a rush right this second
Oh,
because of the statute of when you'd have to actually get all that information
Right.
into acceptors and
so then
everything.
we'll,
So we
for
can
next
continue on that? Yes,
yeah.
that is
okay.
correct.
All right, so I'll take care of setting it down for a public hearing.
Yep.
You want to set a public hearing for the next meeting, or you want me to, I'll do a resolution for the next meeting.
Do a resolution for next meeting.
Warren, had you given us a resolution quite a while ago?
Hmm?
Had you given us a resolution quite a while ago on this? I just seem to remember.
Not quite a while ago. Actually, it's a very recent change to the law. You're talking about the firemen's and
Mhm,
exemption, yeah, so it was just passed about a month ago.
Yeah, that's
something
the-
like that.
Yeah.
So most of the municipalities haven't had a chance even to change the law, so. I did prepare the resolution. I mean, we're ready to go on it,
Mhm.
but it's not going to be in time for the March 1st tax status. date.
Correct.
I just seem to remember one that you had given us a while ago.
If you could draft that up for the next meeting, if you could send it
Yeah,
over
I'll
early.
take care of it, so you have.
All right. Perfect.
That's all I have.
Public comment. Okay,
Well, the only thing that I had is I've been in communication with Rachel Hedges, and she would like to have a townwide. Tag sale, yard sale at the beach with food trucks, make it a kind of an event. She's gonna give me more details, but. She just wanted me to put it into the mind of recreation and the town as well.
I was actually texting her about that. I think it's something we can do. We just gotta make sure it's outside of camp and beach events and. We'll continue to plan that.
department reports, highway.
I sent in a email. You guys get that?
Yes.
Do you have anything besides this to touch base on, Carl?
Not really, you know, we
Okay.
just worked on some of the equipment and got it up to par and checked the roads, made sure that there was nothing down. We took a couple of trees down today. It's kind of waiting on snow.
At this point.
No,
do
you
even
said-
really want it, Carl.
Do we? These shoulders is what we're gonna do next week. We got the nice weather, we might as well
Yeah.
jump on it. That's about all we have to add.
Okay. Building inspector,
My report for January, 5 building permits were issued, 6 certificate of occupancies, 2 certificate of occupancy searches were done, 25 site inspections were performed. So it was a decent January. I think my site inspections will stay up probably for quite a while, working on the backlog of permits that we wrote last year. The only thing I want to bring up this month, I have tried several times to contact the wife of the ex-owner of 41 Hoffman, where the debris
Mhm.
field is, and I get no response now. So that wasn't really a good sign for me. I mean, she usually should be back with some type of update, and I've got no response at all.
Drew, I've had that same response, so.
That's it.
Everybody received the water engineer report,
Yes.
Yes.
recreation,
I'm just getting quotes for baseball and softball dirt, so we can have, that ready for our cleanup day. Our cleanup day for our baseball field is gonna be in April 2nd, so anyone interested in grabbing a rake or shovel and helping us out. Save the date, and then our opening day for baseball and softball will be April 16th. Signups are online through Sports Engine, so you can find that link on Facebook, and I'll work on getting it on the website. That's pretty much it.
everybody received the animal control report. Police department,
January report, courts 14 hours, patrol 118.5, discovery 2. Administration 32, investigation 4.5, detail 36, vehicle / other, it's 35.5. We answered 19 complaints, 8 vehicle and traffic warnings, 31 UTTs issued, 1 arrest. 37 shifts were scheduled, and 37 shifts were covered. And I attended a meeting at the Joint Police Command in Poughkeepsie, and Sergeant Bellevue recertified all the radar units and breathalyzer and all of it. That's it.
old business.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, where we stand with the town hall, like, are we gonna start like collecting ideas to get a base of like how much it might cost to present the town? My goal was when we did buy those properties and we did take them down, that I didn't want them to sit vacant for too long without anything happening. We bought them for a purpose. And I thought the purpose was.
I reached out to a couple architects, engineer firms. Wasn't happy with the response that I got back. So We're looking for basically an architect engineering firm. I feel we should talk to them first, then get everybody's input. And then bring it all together.
Mhm. Did we
So
put
if you
anything
gonna-
out there knowing, like letting them know that our town is looking for an architect and a planner to maybe design something like this?
I
or
made a
somebody
few,
that
I
has-
made a few phone calls from past architects and engineers from the school. Cause I know they can handle a municipality project. So if you got any, if anybody's got any ideas of a couple other architects. Shoot them over to Amanda. I will give them a call just to get them in here to even speak to them.
Perfect.
So,
And I think CPL does that work too, and I think they have staff, you might want to see what they would.
They spoke to us once already, Warren.
Hmm?
They spoke to us once already.
Oh, okay,
I think we were trying to separate that project from our actual town.
okay.
Am I correct on that, Don?
Well, it was a little frightening what they had to say.
Well, I think everything's gonna be frightening with.
No,
the
it wasn't
cost.
cost-wise. It
Oh,
was
okay.
what their design ideas were.
Well, we could technically sway them, like it's our town hall, you know, like we can have them.
You know, I think we need, you know, professional advice to follow it all the way through. You know, so I.
Does BFJ do that kind of planning as well? Or
No,
I don't think so. I
no,
don't think they do that. I Really need an architectural engineering firm.
Yes.
I'll look into that this month.
So
I'll
get
report
the,
back next month.
yep, if you come up with any numbers, get the numbers over to Amanda and we.
under old business,
Yeah.
where are we with the sewer system? I think, are we still talking to the Catholic Church or are they not?
No, they've been very difficult. And it's, there had been some communication from Ty and Bond, that's who did our.
Yes.
And they kind of, stonewalled it. I'll check with Ty and Bond and see where they are with that. Maybe we can get the dialogue going, but they're not terribly cooperative.
I have
No.
spoke to them. We'll discuss in executive session.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
let's discuss, yes. Under old business too, Michael, would you like to discuss in regards to the solar?
Okay, I just wanted to give you an update on this, one of the solar application for a community-based 10 megawatt solar facility. Behind the substation between 199 and Bean River Road. And we had a public hearing in January 20th at the library. There was a lot of comments and interest from the community. At that time, we're still doing we have not made our secret determination. We have, we're collating all the comments, putting them into a document that will have all the comments and maybe some information from us as well as answers from the applicant. So we'll be working over that over the next month. We have a meeting coming up on Wednesday, which is just a working group workshop meeting where we'll be working on that document. And then we have another it's a workshop, not a public hearing, but a workshop meeting at the library on the 11th, 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. To present that document is the goal at that meeting. So hopefully we'll have some answers for people, also present the way forward as far as what other information the board is going to be requesting of the applicant, et cetera. The board voted to bring BFJ in to help with this process. Now BFJ, this would be a consultant of the board and therefore the expense is borne by the applicant, the usual process, just like, when the engineer or Warren works on an application. So no expense to the town. A couple of things that came up during the meeting is something that, in my mind bordered on the political or just incorrect as far as like people thought they were talking like the town went out and tried to find a solar project. And that's not the case. It is, this was a private person looking to sell their land to a private company that wants to put a solar installation. We didn't go looking for them or anything that matter. So that's, one of the misconceptions, I guess, that's out there. The policy of renewable energy is not made at the town level. That's a state level. initiative. The 10 gigawatt goal for the state is, and these programs that they have that incentivize these companies to build these facilities comes from the state level. We have nothing to do with it. Whether or not it's a good idea to build solar versus other forms of energy, we don't really have a say in. We can just process the application as any other sort of approved use of any other application that could do it. And due to the solar law passing, this is an approved use in that, so. And one other thing, and the transparency accusation saying that we were trying to sneak this by or somehow this is short notice, or et cetera. And it's kind of just got under my skin a little bit because we noticed this meeting in December. Then after I drove around and we did the usual, whatever, it's 500 feet around in a radius around the property. We then, after driving around and seeing what houses far off in the distance that would possibly have a visual impact on this, we noticed all along Skunks Misery Road, because the houses up on that ridge there are the only houses really that would possibly see this. And so I had Trisha notice those properties. So they got their notices a little later, like at the beginning, like the first week in January. But they technically by the law weren't even supposed to be noticed. So we did extra. Then we also, just to make sure the farms, even though they are within the 500 feet due to it being in an ag district, at the January meeting, we talked about, let's make sure the farms are specially notified under the ag district regulation, what is the ag data statement? And those notices went out, and that's the only notice that went. Those people might have got their notice in the teens of January before the meeting. But again, they should have been noticed already. But one of the things that are coming up is that a lot of these addresses are in the city, like they used to live in the city, whatever their tax address is not where they actually live anymore. And the letters go off to wherever the county has their address. So, if their address isn't up to date, is it either incorrect or they're not getting a mail in the city right now? So that's about it. We made sure things are on the website. We actually started a MailChimp newsletter. We captured everyone who's given a comment and mailed in a comment is added to this newsletter that's going out. And actually, we're going to just keep that going forward for and have a sign up that if you want to know about planning board applications and agendas in the future. And like I said, the website and we're noticing for this meeting in March. I don't know if that's even required, Warren, but we're
Yeah,
noticing.
no, you don't have to notice by serving the property owners, but we have to do public notice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
And the
tripped the
website.
mail the
Yeah.
property owners.
Yeah, that's fine.
So.
Can people get on that MailChimp links through the website, or could we have Amanda?
We're gonna have a link
Okay.
put on our page, and Amanda's helped us out greatly, we have a public information folder on Gmail. So all the application information that's public for all our applications, including this one, if you go to the planning board section of the website, it's there. You just click on it and anyone can read tons of material on this. So that's about it.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the work that you guys have been doing. You guys have been putting in a lot of work lately, and it's a free job, and you guys do a great job. So thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Okay. New business?
Bicentennial Committee has met twice so far in the last 4 weeks. We plan on meeting again next Friday. We're trying to come up with a slate of activities, since it is the bicentennial. So if anybody has any ideas or wants to see something happen, please contact myself or Brian. I will be working as a liaison for the town board through this committee. But I know we're going to try to do historical tours, like a recreation day, just, fun things to try to get people engaged, like maybe music down at the Lions Club, a movie night. So. Yeah. And the date right now penciled in we have is September 9th. The same weekend that we did it last year.
Does anybody else have any new business? We had to do some transfers for the 2022 final general fund budget transfers. Hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly. From town clerk CE to supervisor PS, $54.25. From assessor EQ, $1,400 to supervisory equipment. From tax collector CE, $9.54 to supervisor equipment. From contingency, $4,347.82 to supervisor CE. From town clerk CE, $696.12 to independent auditing. From elections, $7,500 to attorney. From engineer CE, $1,041.01 to attorney. From town clerk EQ, $100.34 to attorney. From contingency, $3,613 to public or to buildings PS. From contingency, $18,628.56 to buildings CE. From contingency, $1,939.37 to central print mail. Unallocated insurance, $5,363.51 to data processing CE. Unallocated insurance, $1,000 to municipal associations. Unallocated insurance, $895.50 to police and constable. Unallocated insurance, $670 to register of vitals signs CE. Rec CE, $2,912.87 to rec summer camp PS. Rec CE, $500 to rec equipment summer camp. Adult recreation, $78.13 to library CE. Adult recreation, $66 to zoning CE. Sidewalks, $2,500 to planning CE. Dog control, $2,125 to planning CE. Superintendent of highways CE, $1,380.91 to planning CE. Parks CE, $2,550 to planning CE. Rec CE summer camp, $2,562.68 to planning CE. Beach salaries, $3,730.03 to planning CE. Adult recreation, $5,000 to planning CE. Justice CE, $1,862.50 to refuse garbage CE. State retirement, $461 to police and fire retirement. Workers' comp, $6,881.72 to unemployment. From the highway, snow removal, $34,654.34 to general repairs. Machinery EQ, $20,750 to general repairs. Brush and weeds, $3,392.79 to general repairs. General repairs EQ, $200 to permanent improvements. General repairs EQ, $2,119.10 to machinery CE. From the water, administration CE, $7,082.40 to transmission and distribution. Source power equipment, $11,451.20 to transmission distribution. Purification CE to $5,086.40 to transmission distribution. Miscellaneous, $3,159 to transmission distribution. Can I get a motion on those transfers?
I'll make a motion to make the transfers.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
That was done with Dorson, right?
Those are his.
Yeah, okay. I just.
Can I get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
For the purpose of,
personnel and personnel.
Second,
Making any decisions?
That's to be determined, to be honest with you.
Sorry, man, on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Can I get a motion to come back in session?
So moved.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Do we want to make a formal motion to say what she has?
Yes,
I think that
that's a good idea.
Or, Jen has the authority to sign about.
And Maureen.
You don't necessarily do that if I'm the bottom signature. She's just filling out the voucher. And then I'm the bottom signature on it. So you do not have to do that.
Just one.
We're gone.
Motion to adjourn carried.
So